Hey guys, in this video, I will explain you how easily you can scrape Google Maps listing, find out the company, find out the decision makers, find their email address and also phone numbers using Serper.dev and Clay. Without further ado, let's directly jump in the table so I can explain you. The first column here we are in the table. The first column is location, something which I did prompting using ChatGPT and asked give me some locations which are like LinkedIn friendly, and it gave me a batch of 556. I can just add this in the description so you can use it. This is for UK location. Second column is business to search. Add your any type of business you want, and it will consider and it will replicate for all the rows. So this will be searching with this one, this will be searching for this one. You just have to right click, edit column, and change the business over here. Well, using this method, use one keyword at a time so that you can get maximum amount of results. And in the later part of the videos, I have already added a duplicate checker so that even if the business are repeated, you don't have to worry about the duplicate entries. So yep, that's it. These 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 are the basically the paginations. This is something which we are doing to handle pagination. Simple, just added a column of number and just edit it and just added one over here. That's it. Did it for every all the five one. By the way, this is uh, I saw a video of Eric and I felt that I could have an extension video. So using that inspiration, I have created this extension video. So now we are going to start scraping the results using Serper, and we are going to go up to 5 pages. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 pages, just to make sure that we don't lose any uh, good business. Now how I'm using it, let me show you. I'll just edit this. First of all, connect your Serper account over here. It'll add for a key, ask for a key. Just paste the key and give it a name and it will be good to go. The method is post. The endpoint we are using is places. If you whenever you are confused, go in Serper and just play around with here. So that it has going playground types. I'm going to go after places. You can also go after maps, but it requires latitude and longitude. Its places is more easier. With places, here just focus on this is the JSON payload which we have to follow, and this is the URL extension which we can use. Play around with. We're just replicating this. We're just replicating this in Clay. In Clay. Cool. So we're using places. Now the body over here. Let me explain you about the body. We are getting better results, I think. Now for the JSON payload, we are running things a little bit differently. First, I used to cramp everything together, location and the business together in one query. Now we are doing a little bit different. What we are trying to do is distributing or classifying the query and the location so we get more targeted results. So the query is the business name and location is what we have found. So no cramping together, use it differently to get better results. Everything is as the same. You're going to push it. Once you push it, we get like 10 results per query, and we are going after 50 results total for one query. So the reason I have stopped this because as soon as you upload, it will start running and it will start spending. But right now I want to have a little bit control. Once the results are proper, then we can start running directly. Now once we have scraped the information, we have the 5 page results. We are going to push it to a new table. Just click on here. Let me show you how I am at. Okay, for here, what I have done is just right click and put the place over here. Once you do this, it will ask you for values over here. This is select a list in the column. It will ask you for values and just map everything. If you don't have this data, just create a new one. Like if I want to add over here, select here and create a new column. That is how I build an entire new table which has all this information. Let me show you. This table be pushed to this one. So here I have all the information which I got from the location uh, via Gmaps. So here is an additional step. I don't want these types of URL going in the collision prompt because we are going to do a lot of collision stuff and it will not get the correct data. So what we are doing is just normalizing it. It's an inbuilt enrichment called normalized domain, which gives us normalized domain. That's it. Now we want to check for conditions. Any every business will have some conditions that we want to check, and this is one of them. For my example, real estate, I want to check if this is a real estate business, yes or no. I don't want to go after investment properties, investment companies going after properties, developers, or any other thing. I just want it to be like 100% agent. We are going to sell CRM to them, so we want a real estate agents only. So what I've done, I have added a collision prompt over here. It's a little bit longer prompt which classifies if is company a normal real estate company or something else. If it's yes, it will just return me yes. If it's not, it will return me a no. That's it. Once we get the yes result, we are going to go ahead and find who are the decision makers in these companies, right? So I'm going to use the inbuilt enrichment called find contacts in companies. So let me show you how it's written. Yeah, we're using the final domain because which we have normalized, and we are using the CEO, founder, head of sales, head of marketing, VP of sales, owner, chief executive, and director. So this is a pro tip which I'm giving you for smaller businesses. Always keep directors. Somehow directors are more in the smaller businesses compared to larger ones, and you'll get more people found if you are using director. We start finding information about the people, and yeah, other once we find the information of the people decision makers, we are going to push it to a new table again. So we are creating it and sending it to a new table. So there is one more table which I will show you later in the last end of the video, which I had told you that I will show you. But for now, just focus on this, the records which we have found. These are entered into a different table. Now here we have the full name, the company name, the job title, the first name, the summary, the LinkedIn profile. Good enough data to like start outreaching website, LinkedIn profile, and their website. Now, what we need to do is we need to find their email address. So I'm using a waterfall method over here, pretty massive waterfall method I can show you. And the whole idea is to find maximum number of email address we can find. So this is how we are doing it. Then we are validating the email address. So using this waterfall method, you can find email addresses. The second option is the client also wanted to get phone numbers because they have a calling team and they want to start calling them. These are the contact details. Again, there is a waterfall method for phone numbers. We are using that one to get the phone numbers. That's it. That's it. We are done. We have found like we extracted the information from Google Maps. We found the companies. We qualified the companies. We find the decision makers, and now we have found the email address and the phone numbers. So you have three ways you can start reaching out. Always go after multi-channel outreach. So here you can find you have LinkedIn address. You will launch a campaign for LinkedIn DMs. You have the work email. You can do a cold outreach campaign, and you have phone numbers, so you can start doing cold calling. Hope this helps. One thing I would like to add over here. Let's go to the information which we hadn't found. Now, there will be many cases you are not able to find any information about the companies, like this one. If you see here, some of the information are not found. Lot of information will not be found depending upon the business. So what we do is we add it into a different table. Okay, just bear with me for a while. This is a different table. So when no contact found is going into this table, a new table. Again, I put everything in every table, so whenever I want to download, I can download. All the business information is over here. Now we can't do any finding over here because we in last table we saw that Clay was not able to find can be the decision maker of these companies. We don't have a designation, we don't have a title. How can we search? So what we do is, here we are going to find who can be the decision maker using a Clagent prompt. So here we have all the information. Using the website, you're going ahead and running a Clagent prompt. So this is a massive prompt which goes and finds the websites, searches their websites, such as Google, such as LinkedIn, and all other websites, scrapes the web and finds a decision maker. So this is, just for you know, this is not 100% accurate. This is little bit not 100% correct. So that's why I have added a confidence level meter. This is very high. High chances it could be right. Medium and low are something which you might not get good results, but if you have a calling team, why not to give it a try? Yep. So this is, just click on this and you will get a decision makers over here. I have added a JSON which returns me a format of the first name, job title, and LinkedIn profile. Now that is segregated in this columns. Decision maker one, there could be up to 6-7 decision makers sometimes. That's why I mapped this column. This is for personally for my understanding and for your understanding. Otherwise, if you're using Clay, you can directly just create a column, give the decision maker in, map the values, and push it to a new table. Yep. So this is the Clagent decision maker table. All the people which you found out in last table using Clagent prompt. Now we are going to get a lot of things missing. Sometimes the LinkedIn profile is not there, the job title is not there, the LinkedIn URL will not be correct. This would happen. But we are going to only filter out if we give all these three information: the founder, name, and LinkedIn profile. Here we run again a phone number mobile search, basically phone number waterfall method, and a work email waterfall method. And now we start getting the results of these people. So we are getting a lot of email addresses, we are getting a lot of phone numbers, and these leads are amazing because they haven't been discovered that much. Because you see in the last table that we are not able to find out even after taking their company name. So now these leads are golden mine, and we have found these people and we can start reaching them out. Again, you can do a multi-channel approach: email, phone numbers, and LinkedIn profiles for DMs. Hope this helps. You can create this table, and hope I added some value over here. This video helps everyone. If you want to build a table in for a local business and scrape Google Maps, feel free to book a call in the link in the description, and I will be happy to help you out. I like always, if you have any questions, feel free to drop it down in the comment section. I'll be happy to answer it. Cheers.